welcome to Dream Chaser TV. I'm your host, Mira. On today's show, we have a guest by the name of Justin Hayes. He is the CEO and founder of Just 10H. Welcome, Justin H, to our show today. How's everything going?
Everything's going well. Thank you for having me.
No problem, no problem. So tell me a little bit about Just 10H.
Well, Just 10H is going to be, we're starting off to be a huge, I want it to be a huge fashion trend for the world, not just fitting certain sizes or certain races or however that is. We're trying to bring fashion to everyday life. Mm-hmm. So regardless of your size, whether it's plus, you're a size 2 or size 4, you're urban, casual to dress, we're trying to make sure that we fashion and we style everyone to their everyday life.
Okay. So what would you say is the style that's going to be behind the clothing, or the vision that's behind the clothing that you're putting out?
The vision is more so, I took it as the way that I like to dress and how I like to present myself and how I like to see others presented. So the vision will be to bring that classic kind of casual feel back into fashion industry. Mm-hmm. Whether it's, even if you have a pair of jeans on or you have a t-shirt on, you still look classic and you still look fashionable in wherever you're going. Mm-hmm. So that's the vision behind it.
Is there gonna be like a specific thing that when somebody sees someone wearing Just 10H clothes, they'll be able to say,
it'll be the distinction in the craftsmanship, and it'll be in the, I think it won't more so just be the clothing, but it'll be the detail in the style. Mm-hmm. Making sure that if that person is styled, they know that they've come out of Just 10H. And that's what we want, not just the whole outfit, but the whole look. We're trying to bring the whole look into the fashion industry as to where that you would know that Just 10H styled you. Not only did he dress you, but he actually put the whole look together.
Okay. So what made you want to do a clothing line?
Clothing line has been my dream since high school. Started my career in retail at the age of 15. Mm-hmm. And at that time, you really weren't supposed to work till you were 16, but they kind of slid me in there with all of some of the knowledge that I had working in school, just loving fashion. Mm-hmm. And from there, I knew that the customer service of it all and just styling and just making sure I helped the customer to the utmost was what I wanted to do ongoing. So I knew that having my own business in fashion would be where I know that will kind of sting me for the rest of my future.
So this isn't like something you just woke up one morning and decided I want to start my own clothing line. This is something since 15 years old you've kind of been saying, okay, well right now I'm working in retail, but I still have my special style that I do, and now I'm learning. So like take me through the steps and the process to get to the point where you're going now.
The steps and process, I'll have to start in high school. High school was the biggest thing for me, especially reaching 9th grade. That title of best dressed was it for me. Right. I made sure that whatever it was, it had to happen. So that was putting my best foot forward. I was actually my walking advertisement. So that was, even in gym class, buying a new pair of sneakers for gym, just making sure that, I was number one, so everybody saw that I was number one. Mm-hmm. End up winning the title of that best dressed my senior year. But from there, just everyone seeing that not only was it just a part of me in school, it was a part of my outside, because that's when I started working at the Gap. Mm-hmm. At 15 years old, and stayed there for 13 years.
Wow.
Working my way right up the ladder. Mm-hmm. From there, moved from there, went to Aldo Shoes, and from there went to working for UK stores, to where it was my in right now. And I knew from there, after being in regional in the UK based stores, I knew that this was a passion of mine. It was something that, having all this training, 16 years, is something I know I can definitely do on my own. Mm-hmm. So that's where it kind of steamed, and that was the process of it. Just knowing that working store level to district level to actually making regional, and making my 5-year goals in each company, I knew that it was time to make Just 10H happen.
Okay. Well, before I go to my next question, I just wanted to say to the people that I was also best dressed in high school. Most likely be on the cover of a magazine. Also, I believe I was cutest. I had a bunch of titles in high school, but I mean, just to stay focused, I'm sorry, sometimes I get I also worked at the Gap for some time, so it's kind of,
I think everybody
gets to the Gap, It's a great store, but Just 10H is the future. So do you see yourself having like flagship stores, kind of like the Gap?
I do see myself like hitting the top. Okay. And I don't see it taking a very long time. Mm-hmm. My career didn't take a long time, so I see it taking off really quickly.
Okay. Who are some people that you would say are role models that have inspired you throughout your career?
I like to say my mom, my parents, because they were always a pusher. They always pushed me to go after my dreams, to go after my goals. A fashion designer that actually is still to this day has encouraged me, is Ben Sherman. Even in his older age and in his younger age, he's always been successful in his fashion career, and that's where I want to be.
Now, when you design something, where do you get inspiration from? So, like, what is it that you see that makes you want to put something together?
I think it's all in the appearance, and it's all just taking different walks out in the streets and different walks in life, seeing what different trends are. I'm a different person, so if I see a trend in the street, my expectation is to do something totally different from what the people are wearing, so they can get a different eye. I don't like to see the same people and the same things over and over again. Why duplicate? It's time to bring something new and fresh. So that's where I think the streets and walking the malls and just going to different areas of life kind of gives me my inspiration to kind of do something different. I'm gonna do this time.
Okay. So you're getting ready to launch Just 10H. And so what is the next thing that's coming up that you want to share with the listeners and viewers out there?
The next thing that's coming up is our casting call. We are actually soliciting models of all shapes, sizes, races. And I think this is going to be the huge start of it, to bring the community and the world into Just 10H. And from there, we plan to do the huge launch in October. But the casting call on March 5th at Enfield Square Mall will be the first and initial event.
Okay. And so for that casting call, what do they need to do? Do they need to bring a picture? Do they need to,
Well, actually, just for a professional portfolio, check-ins from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And then after that, you will be interviewed and you will actually walk the runway so we can make our final decision. But professional portfolio is required. Nothing by a licensed photographer, but long as it's, your professional base is what we're looking for. We're looking for natural talent, natural beauty. You don't have to be an already professional model. If you have the desire and the passion to do it, that's what we're looking for.
Okay. So where are you going to go from there? So you mentioned that in October, something else is going to happen. So I just want to give the viewers an opportunity to kind of see that you're not, like, first of all, you didn't just wake up yesterday and think this up. Second of all, there's a process even to get to your launch. So, we're having our discussion here today. March 5th, you're going to have the casting call, and then I believe in October, what's going to happen in October?
October will be the actual launch of Just 10H, men's line, men's collection, women's collection, and kids collection. And like you said, there is a process, and I've chosen to go this route just so I'm not rushing into anything. I want to make sure whatever I do in previous times and in the future is done with quality, and I want to make sure that it's done the right way. I want them to know that Just 10H is just not a regular designer off the street. This is something that is a career of mine that's going to move forward. And the models will be, from the 6 months, we'll be working with the models and training.
Okay, getting them ready for the show. So how much time do you dedicate to your clothing line and putting everything together?
Well, since it's been my number one now, I'll say on average before I was like most of my day, but now it's all of my day, all of my night. I wake up with Just 10H, I go to sleep with Just 10H. What is a new thing I can do? What can I do? What areas can I make happen? What can I bring out new? So I think it's an ongoing thing for me right now. It's kind of like my baby.
How does it feel to get to the point, like, coming up with the name of the line, getting ready to do your casting call? How does it feel to actually be able to see something that you've been thinking about for years actually becoming a reality?
It's scary. I will say that I'm very scared and nervous, but I'm also excited as well. To actually see it come, it's going to be a huge excitement for me. Although, I think with anyone who's starting all with something new, it's always that kind of like, what's going to happen? What's the ending result? But I'm just taking it day by day, and taking it step by step, and just kind of letting it kind of take me day by day.
So if you could have it your way, and you could look into the future, let's say we're 5 years from now, and you could say, well, Just 10H, this is what's going to happen. This is what will be happening in 5 years. In 2016, this is where we are. This is what we're doing. What would you be doing with your clothing line at that point?
At that point, Flagship is my goal. Flagship will already be established. A good amount of stores within international base as well as in the national base. Just also to developing other designers will be something I would want to do in the future, in 5 years. Other designers that sign on with Justin H, I would want to at that particular time make sure that they are pursuing their dreams, pursuing their goals. If there is a particular flagship, or if they want to go on and start their own company, I want to make sure that after they've worked with me, like I've developed them to move on.
Mm-hmm. So what if I ask you the question, what if, I'm going to ask you this question, never stop dreaming. What does that mean to you?
Never stop dreaming means to me, it's always keep going. There's always something new that you can do. There's always something fresh that you can add. So I think you can never let your dream die. I mean, like if this is something that you're passionate about, you will never let it go down. You will have to make sure that it's going to fruition, that you will have to make sure that it's constantly being kept up. So I think going after your dream and making your dream happen is constantly saying what new can you bring to the table.
Okay. So one of the things that we plan to do is we're going to actually go to the casting call, and we'll be at the fashion show the launch in October, because one of the things we want to do for the audience out there is show everybody that, you know, we're having this discussion now, we're listening to Justin talk about his line and what he plans to do, and then we're going to be able to see the next few steps as they occur, and hopefully we'll continue to be able to, you know, check in with Justin over the next few years as he actually gets the clothing in stores, opens up those flagship stores, because, you know, the thing about a dream chaser is that, you know, we realize that the steps keep happening and keep going, and eventually we get to catch those dreams. So at the end of every show, what we try to do is give our guests an opportunity to just give shout outs to the people that are helping them and giving them support. So this is your chance to look right into the camera and shout out all of your support system.
Well, first, to my parents, my mom, my dad, thank you for pushing me. And to my whole group, my whole staff, Crystal Frank, Carmen, Martin, Desiree Anderson, and Tiffany Johnston, and Christopher Griffin. Thank you so much for helping me get on this journey and sticking with me. And I love you guys and all my fans and supporters.
Okay. All right, so every show we wrap up, you know, we always like to say the most important thing. Dream chasers, never stop dreaming. All right, this week's Dream Energizer. Think outside the box. That's how dreams are created. Go outside the box. That's how you become a dream chaser. Live outside the box. That's how you catch your dreams. Realize the box never existed. Now you can do anything. Dream chasers, never stop dreaming.
Any video.